Hey everybody, Chris Epling here. Thanks so much for tuning in. Today's tutorial, we're going to be addressing something that I think is going to be a little fun. I don't know the word addressing is probably the right choice, but it's going to be really interesting because what we're going to be doing is dealing with something I've been dealing with that I hope maybe, well, I don't hope, I kind of figure some of you might be dealing with, and that is hair, right? So during the Corona pandemic, everything shut down. Everything. Now, of course, some people are still getting haircuts. No, we're not all blind or crazy, but I'm trying to respect what is put out there for the guidelines, and the guidelines is don't get a haircut. So that's what I've done. I've gotten no haircut. Apparently, I can't even really put adverbs and pronouns together very well either. But I haven't received a haircut anyway. So in today's episode, sorry, I get lost. We're going to be looking at graphite, and we're going to be drawing a subject, because in art you have to have a subject. So you pick something you want to draw, and then you choose your medium. Your medium is whatever you use to draw it in. So it could be graphite, which is pencil. This is lead, graphite lead, so there's no wood. Or you could use anything, pen, ink. You could use pencil, of course. You could use crayons, watercolor, acrylic, gouache. That's your medium. So our medium is going to be graphite, and we're going to be drawing, our subject is going to be someone who needs a haircut. And you can follow along real easy at home. It's no problem. All you need is a pencil, and I'll show you a couple techniques. You don't need one of these carbon sticks, graphite sticks to do this. I'm going to show you a couple techniques too with the pencil that you can use to get the same effect. Okay, so thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed today's graphite messy charcoal-y episode, and hope everybody's doing well. Please be sure to share this video for others, or also like it. And then also, if you work on something during this video and you create something and you'd like to share it, we would love to see it, and we'd love to share it here on our online sources. So please send us your creation by just adding it in a post here along with this post, or you can email it, and the email address should be listed in the description of the video above. So thanks for tuning in. I'll be quiet now, and let's go ahead and get started in today's tutorial. Thanks so much. Welcome everyone. This is our tutorial using graphite. I want to go ahead and talk a little bit about graphite, kind of get an idea of charcoal, and give you an idea of what it's like using the medium and getting it onto the paper. Charcoal is exactly what you think. It's all lead based. It's a dry medium. Finely ground organic materials actually go into this, and they're held together by gum or wax. Okay, so in our tutorial today, we're going to be using this brand here. This is going to be our leads. Leads are another word for it. They're called a bunch of things: carbon sticks, leads. Now, each one of these, you see the gradation 6B. That means that all of the lead in here is 6B. So this is actually a pack. So there's not a huge variety, but that's fine. I just need one. I actually just need a piece of one, because when you have a graphite stick such as this, and I apologize for the noise outside. The grass is being cut as we speak, and that's just part of working at home during the COVID pandemic. There we go. That's our medium. That guy right there. We're going to do everything we need to do using that. But we also need an eraser, right? Because if you're working with any type of charcoal, you're going to also have to erase, and that's what this is for. So when you're working with charcoal, you will get messy. You absolutely will get it all over your hands. So that's just something you have to. I already have paint on my hands, so I don't really care about that. But be aware of that though at home if you're using this as your medium. So we're going to go ahead now and get started. So what we're going to be doing is, of course, drawing a person that is needs a haircut, basically, right? That's what we're going to be working on. We really want this to be something that we can show that we have used the medium well, and that it's a medium that we're going to be able to explore in. So the first thing I like to do, I need a subject. I'm not looking at anything, of course. And that's fine. You don't necessarily have to look at something in order to draw it. You can come up with something out of your mind. That's absolutely appropriate. For for the purpose of this video, that's exactly what we're going to be doing. We're going to be coming up with something out of our mind, not out of our head, I should say, to work on. For myself, for this, I kind of have to have an idea of what I'm doing, and I think I'm going to pull from the art of a guy named Kingsley Poulin, Poulin. He's a pretty well-known artist. He works in graphite a lot, but he did a drawing of Norman Rockwell. So the first thing I want to do is make sure that I know my boundaries for the film. Of course, each side would be good, so I'd like to be able to mark that a little bit to know. So let's go ahead and start out by drawing really, really lightly a circle. And you can see that my circle kind of tapers. It looks more like an egg. It doesn't have to be perfect at all. We're just laying the foundation. What you're seeing now is the understructure of whatever it is we're going to be working on. Now here's the center line. Now notice this curves a little bit. It follows the direction of the roundness here. And what we're going to be doing is kind of making this be the center line of the face, and then this circle represents the head. Now we're going to make another line right through here. This is where the eyes will be, the nose, and the mouth down here. This is an old man. This is supposed to be Norman Rockwell. Mine will definitely not come out looking like Norman Rockwell. However, I'm going to follow the same basic structures with art and try my best to come up with something, okay? You do the same. That's all we can do. Now, what we're going to do here is move our line straight down, eyes, nose, mouth. This will be of course the neck area here, coming up, making the head. Now Norman Rockwell's face is very elongated. He's got these deep set eyes. Now what I'm going out is going around the circle here, and I'm making the features look more like a face now. His hair is at the top, so we're going to just basically get an idea of where the hair is here. Now the ear goes straight across, and then we have an ear here. Now you notice how the ear kind of hangs off of this oval we created, and that's what we want. Now drawing in graphite starting out is just like working with pencil. You have to sketch out whatever it is you're wanting to draw first, and then I go back in and add all the nice little details such as shadowing and all that stuff. So there's our ear. We go in just a little bit here. This actually starts the eyes. Now you have to imagine an older man first, okay? And then you have to imagine that he has deep set, rigid eyes, deep set. So that means that they're kind of, he's got some bags under his eyes a little bit. This isn't a cartoony version, but it's going to probably turn out to be a little bit one. So now I'm working on the eyes, and what I've done is I put a circle or an oval here and an oval here. Now I've created one here for where the actual eyelids will be. Then of course above that is where your eyebrow is going to be, right? So you have your top of your eyelid, the bag under his eye a little bit, his nose coming down, pretty big nose. Now here you're going to draw a line coming down from the nose on each side, coming down. And I just want to take a second too to acknowledge a really cool, really cool coloring book page that we produce in the newspaper on occasions. And someone actually took time, and I draw a page for people to color, and someone took time to actually go and do that. Ashley, if you're listening, great job on that, what you did. I think we're still going to run that in the newspaper eventually here. So now we have the lid, his eyelids, his bottom eyelid here on each side. I like to kind of structure the eyes. I build the eyes slowly, right? So you can start to put detail in. So I add a lot of lines in here that make up the eye. And his eyeball is really, really dark and deep set. So we're going to put one here and one here. We have a little bit of eye shine coming up. Of course, all this will be darkened in later. Okay, now let's move down here to where the mouth is. And for the mouth, we want to put just a line coming across here like this. And then the bottom lip. And then his chin is actually way down here. So you can see how that kind of works now. It's got a lot of wrinkles. And what we want to do is just try to capture the look of an older gentleman. We're not trying to do too much detail. This isn't fine art. This isn't us trying to be super realistic either. This is just a basic tutorial in how to draw someone that definitely needs a haircut. So we're going to put some hair now on Mr. Norman Rockwell. And what you do is you go around the top of your subject, and you're just going to put these lines coming down. Of course, you always go off of what the subject you're looking at, but you can change it a little bit. Now here we have a guy who apparently doesn't necessarily need a haircut. Looks like he may need something happy to happen in his life, though, because he's pretty sad. We'll add some more. We're going to put some more hair on him here in a second. But first, let's go in here and work on these areas just below the lines. Now, what I'm doing is I'm tilting my graphite stick on its side, and now I can use it almost like a coloring stick to go in and add these details. That's what you can do with your pencil at home, too. So if you don't have graphite, it's not a problem. You can actually go and turn your pencil to the side, and you can get the same effect. Now I'm just putting some shadow on this side of the face, all the way down to here. We'll go all the way up to where the eye starts a little bit, stop. I'm not going to go all the way, but I will on the nose. Now I'm just tilting my stick to the side and basically just coloring in circles. So I'm making these kind of movements like this with my carbon stick here, my graphite. I'm just making these round circular motions, and what it does is it helps that graphite to be applied evenly throughout it, so you don't have an area that's like lacking a lot. You can really fill up a lot of space this way, and you can go much darker than this too. The 6B that I mentioned earlier on the pack is the of course the hue of the graphite. So if it's really dark, it's going to be a different number. If it's lighter, it'll be a different number. So you just pay attention to those numbers. All right, now I'm going to go in and really put in some dark set color here for the eyes. And then I want to fill in some more here right around the nose area. Now what I'm doing is I'm cutting a lot deeper, so I'm pushing down a lot harder now because I want to get the effect of there being shadow. Now there's a trick. There's a smudge stick. I don't know if you've ever heard of a smudge stick before, but you know what? I bet you've used something similar. When I was in school and I didn't have a smudge stick, I would do this, and it's going to shake the camera like crazy. But I'd use my finger, literally just go in and smudge it. And you can do that too. You can smudge your work around and get a lot of dark details back in here in the neck area. And you can keep on working with your finger like that. You can get a lot of really good variations of the graphite just by doing that. Of course, I'm just going to press down a little bit more. Now I'm not going all the way down to the neck there. I come out just a little bit. But I think what we need to do, the purpose of this video, of course, was to show someone needs a haircut. And as of right now, Mr. Rockwell here, or the closest that we can come to it, he looks all right. It looks like he's got his hair. Let's go ahead and change that now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase. Apologize for the shaking of the camera again. It's like an earthquake. I know. I imagine it to be at home. I apologize for that. But we're almost done. All right, there we go. Now what we're going to do is really give Mr. Rockwell some hair to work with here. Because during the COVID pandemic, if you have a haircut, you're lucky. You are one of the lucky ones. Because most of us are walking around like this. Like that right there, right? And we can have a little bit of control over shaving, of course, but now you could also go ahead and just get some trimmers or some scissors and do what I did and cut half your hair off. That's real smart, but I don't think if you have a missus around, she might not agree so much, or a Mr. around, he might not agree with you going in. Well, of course, it doesn't matter what they. Now I'm getting into some politics here. It doesn't really matter what other people think, right? It's what you want. If you want to go cut your hair off, go right ahead. Who cares, right? And of course, I'm not saying go cut your hair off, kids. If you're at home, you may want to ask your parents before you go and do something like that. I'm just going to be quiet and draw. How's that? All right, so let's keep on adding some. Now here we're going to put some shadow into these strands of hair, especially on this side, going up to the top. And you're just pushing down a little harder here. We want some black strands sticking up the top above the light because that helps to show that the light's reflecting some. Adding that dark in there helps a lot. Man, Mr. Rockwell, you need a haircut for sure. And so do I. I hope you've enjoyed this little tutorial. Well, I don't know about you, but I think Mr. Rockwell could use a haircut. Now, if you went ahead and you participated today, I would love to see what you come up with. Please send it to us. That's one of the biggest joys in the world, is receiving some cool drawing someone did, or a variation of something, or something other. Now, this totally does not look like Norman Rockwell anymore, and that's what we wanted from the beginning, right? If he ever did, I'm not sure. Maybe at one point he did, but now I'm pretty sure no. But thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Please send it to us if you created it. Thank you for checking out all of our cool publications, stories, news, videos, content. Be sure to rate, review, like. Be sure to subscribe even if that applies. Do everything you can, please, to support your local press, because you know what? We are here to give you the news and information, content, and things of interest that completely and 110% impact you on a daily basis. Thank you so much for participating. I hope you enjoyed. Until next time, I'm Christopher Epling. Keep drawing, friends.